of the tech series. Today's topic is API Gateway. So the documentation which I'm referring to is Nginx documentation, which is also a API gateway. So what is an API gateway? Let's say you created an microservice architecture and you have multiple services. In the image you see, there are three services listed down, and there could be multiple API endpoints to your application. So there could be a client, and then with a client you make a request to your service. So it's generally advisable that you don't provide all the services endpoints individually. Instead of that, what generally we do is we create an API gateway which sits in front of all the microservices, and then all the calls from client comes to the gateway, and then gateway decide where to forward that call based on the service discovery and other considerations. In this example, what we see is there are few calls which are redirected to inventory service, few calls to pricing, and others to other services. And not only forwarding the request to the right services, API Gateway has such lot more responsibilities. For example, it can also deal with the security. For example, if someone is trying to do DDoS on your application, API Gateway can sit in front of your application and can handle all those security issues. It can also do service discovery, which we have already seen, and generally any any architecture that you see, you will find the API gateway as the entry point to the any client request. It can also handle your authentication by connecting to maybe let's say an identity service, and can reject the call from the gateway layer itself. In that case, the client is not reaching to your end application and you are kind of secured. So I hope you understand a top level of what API Gateway does. For detailed explanation, I can create another video, but for this video, this was all. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more.